Because on the phone, Mr. Beck Hansen. Beck, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for speaking to Triple J today.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. What is going on? What are you doing at the moment?
Just rehearsing for a tour. We're going to go up to San Francisco, and we're opening for Neil Young and the Foo Fighters, and we're playing in Las Vegas. Just this and that, really.
That's some pretty cool this and that, though. You can't normally drop Neil Young's name in this and that.
Yeah, well, he's headlining the show we're doing. You know, we haven't done shows with him for about 10 or 12 years, so...
We saw Neil Young a couple of years ago for the big day out. It's basically just one sweet guitar solo.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is. It's worth listening to. So, Beck, you're coming out for Harvest, and what sort of band are you bringing out?
It's going to be a collection of musicians who are, all quite accomplished. Joey, the drummer, he's playing with Tom York now, and my bass player just did the M83 record. He wrote and produced that record, and my guitar player was with Tom Waits for a while and played on all those Johnny Cash records. This is actually the band that I toured the second half of the 90s with. We haven't played together for about 10 years. They did a record, Sea Change, with me. So nobody's played with each other for about 10 years. So this is like a coming back together and getting to revisit some material that we played together years ago. You know, we spent years playing these songs live, and now everyone's coming back together with different experiences and different perspectives. So it's just interesting to hear the songs.
Yeah, I guess that's sort of the period from Odelay up to Midnight Vultures. So are you guys revisiting the fresh, the Midnight Vultures kind of songs with a fresh, sexy approach?
Yeah, maybe more of the Odelay stuff. The thing about the Midnight Vultures songs, that whole record was written for a 12-piece band. I had a horn section, so they don't translate as much. You know, the Odelay songs do, and there's certainly a lot of songs in the last 3 or 4 records.
It's very exciting that we're going to be hearing, those old ones played by the same band. But, of course, there has been a little bit of new music. I'm going to play an amazing tune that you recorded with Mr. Jack White. I just started hating some people today. Now, you recorded this in Nashville while you were actually recording stuff for a new Beck album?
Yeah, I recorded about almost a year ago, I guess. That was a Nashville recording, trying to do some country songs. And we went over to Jack's place one afternoon, and we just cut 2 songs. And it's just a document of an afternoon.
So it was just, you had no ideas walking into the studio and you left with that 5-minute sort of prog country hardcore opus.
Yeah, that's a good description. We cut that live, and everybody was tired and had too much Thai food. We cut the B-side.
That is a key to a good B-side: work all day and eat some takeaway Thai food.
Yeah, you pretty much, spend it all on the A-side, and then kind of. But I actually like the B-side.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna kill you.
And there is the lovely little porn groove, which is the ending of I Just Started Hating Some People Today. That is Beck, recorded with Jack White. Beck is on the phone. Who is that telling us that she's going to kill us?
That's Karen Elson. That's Jack's ex-wife. She was around, and I have a policy when I'm recording. Pretty much whoever shows up ends up getting roped into the recording.
That's potentially good, depending on, how talented the guy delivering the Thai food is, I guess.
Right.
Well, what about your actual recordings in Nashville? Have anyone else wandered in while you were recording there about a year ago?
Yeah, Jack came and played on some stuff, and, I had different musicians from various incarnations of my band were all living in Nashville. I have a lot of friends in Nashville, so pretty much whoever could show up on a given day.
Well, Beck, you are coming for Harvest very, very soon, alongside Sigur Rós, Grizzly Bear, Mike Patton, Ben Folds, Santa Gold, a whole bunch of sweet artists. Are you excited to hang out and see those bands?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I did a Serge Gainsbourg tribute concert at the Hollywood Bowl last summer with Mike Patton, and his renditions of some of the Serge Gainsbourg songs were impeccable. And Sigur Rós, I saw their first show when they came to the States, and so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And are we going to be hearing some of the new songs by the time you get to Australia? We'll be hearing some new tunes?
I should, yeah. We should bring out some of the new ones. It's been so long since we played together, so we were really enjoying playing some of these Odelay songs. Everyone was catching up with the songs from the last 2 records. But, yeah, well, there's a lot of material. I sometimes feel guilty. It's a lot to ask to hear something that they've never heard before,
I'm sure they won't mind too much.
Yeah, some people, it's something new.
But you have been busy. You also contributed some songs to a video game machine or a video game where. Can you explain the sound shapes thing?
Yeah, this is one of those projects where they ask you to do something you don't really understand what it is. So I just said yes, and essentially what I did was I gave them a song that had different elements, and they broke it down into pieces that could be interchanged with each other. That doesn't really sound very clear either. So I didn't really understand it till I saw it, but basically it's a video game, and it's kind of graphic. It's kind of one of those more primitive.
It's not Halo 3 or anything. It's not Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, no, it's not really like that.
Well, let's talk now. In between now and Harvest, what else have you got planned? Any more recordings or collaborations or anything?
Yeah, hopefully. I have a few things. I'm working on something with Jenny Lewis, and I'm working with a hip-hop artist named Childish Gambino.
I heard the song on Royalty that you did with him, Silver Pillow or something. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, we did about 4 or 5.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's going to be in Australia for the big day out next year. You should hang around and get up on stage with him.
I know, right? Yeah, so maybe something with him, and then I'm trying to get some of the music that I've had sitting around for a while, get it released, and hopefully that happens this year.
That would be very good. Excellent. All right. Well, Beck, thank you very much for chatting to Triple J today. Very excited to see you, especially looking back at those cool tunes from Odelay. I might actually play a little bit of Where It's At, if that's all right, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for chatting to us.
It was great.
Awesome, man. Cheers. See you at Harvest, which, of course, is in Werribee Park on the 11th of November, then Parramatta Park in Sydney on the 17th, and the 18th at the River Stage in Brisbane. Thanks heaps, Beck.
Yeah, great talking to you.
It's the Doctor on Triple J.